This is me, Spoon Beast.
Well, at the end of January, Sakurai gave out the final Miiverse update of the first month of this year. This announcement was none other than the return of Lucario to the Smash Bros. Roster. Now, when I heard this news, I was just shocked, just completely flabbergasted. This is yet another instance of a Brawl character being confirmed to return when I thought they were likely to be cut from this game's roster. The previous character that I thought this of was none other than Toon back in September. I mean, he went from NPC to playable within a span of 3 months. How could you blame me for thinking he was cut based off that initial teaser trailer? As far as Lucario is concerned, I thought for sure he might have been scrapped for perhaps the debut of Zoroark along with the return of Mewtwo. Now that he's back, it's really making me wonder if all of Brawl's roster will return. Toon I seriously thought was going to get the Young Link treatment, which was a one-off appearance and then never be seen from again. Clearly, as mentioned earlier, I was wrong about this. Now, I know for certain that at some point during this month or next, Diddy Kong is going to be confirmed to return to coincide with the release of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which by this point will surprisingly bump up the Brawl veteran count to a number of 7 fighters already. That's pretty well half of the newcomers that debuted in the last game. Keep in mind, I'm also of the mindset that all veterans from the first game and Melee are without a doubt all coming back. This is focusing on only those who will be back for a second game. So with that being said, I easily see a few Brawl vets coming back, such as the likes of Wario, Meta Knight, Diddy Kong, Pit, King Dedede, and Olimar. Of those characters, only 3 have not been confirmed yet. And as I mentioned earlier, Diddy is seemingly on the way to being revealed soon. Pokemon Trainer, I'm mixed on. I can see them bringing back the 3 Pokemon playstyle, but with a different trainer, along with 3 completely different Pokemon. Personally, it's the only way to pull it off at this point in time, which seems more likely than just cutting the concept entirely. I was of the opinion that the futures of the third-party guest characters from Brawl were up in the air, and I didn't know if either of them would be back. However, since October, Sonic has indeed been confirmed for a return. I'm still of the mindset that I just do not see Snake coming back at all. But I have already been wrong a couple of times before on who I thought was actually going to be making this cut. So if you're wondering on who I did assume were easy cuts for this game, well, I shall enlighten you to this opinion right now. I truly thought the likes of Toon Lucario, Rob, Lucas, and Snake would be the easy cuts. As far as Wolf is concerned, I'm still on the fence about him. I can see him being an easy return, but at the same time, he screams easy cut to me as well. So I'll stay neutral in regards to Wolf's future in this franchise. The other 5, though, I was entirely sure we would not be seeing them again. But as I've continuously mentioned throughout this video, is that I have been wrong in my opinions on this whole roster returns deal so many times that we have already seen 2 characters I thought were easy cuts both make it back to the Smash 4 roster. Now, in Lucario's defense, he is a Mega Evolution Pokemon in the new X and Y games. I think you either start off with one or you get one easily at one point early on in the game, but don't hold me to the statement. So in a way, I guess he makes sense, though to me his inclusion still feels so 2008. I think announcing Mewtwo coming back would have been a much bigger deal, and I still am of the belief that he will indeed end up coming back to the roster, but it's probably a big enough update that they're saving it for some big hype for later on, perhaps even closer to the game's launch. Toon Link's inclusion is a little more difficult to understand other than hyping up Wind Waker HD's release this past fall. The only thing I can think of is all of Brawl's characters may indeed be coming back for a second round. It's an interesting thought that many fans believe will be the case for the final roster. It seems that the majority of veterans we've seen over the last 6 months just made their debuts in Brawl. I don't really see the point in keeping around Lucas when you have Ness, who has an entire heritage with the series, or keeping Rob around as a funny, odd little character when you have an addition like Wii Fit Trainer to your roster. I think Snake has been replaced by Mega Man personally as a third-party character for this game, as I don't see Konami allowing the license to be used again. On top of all that, Brawl had this kind of gritty, somewhat realistic tone to the graphics that allowed Snake to kind of attempt at fitting in with the rest of the roster. With Smash 4, though, the graphics are a lot more colorful and vibrant and have a cartoony texture to them. How would Snake possibly even attempt to fit into the look of this game now? My answer is, he won't. But again, the theme to this video is I've been wrong many times before this. As always, guys, it'd be greatly appreciated if you were to follow me on the Facebooks, Twitters, and Instagrams of the world. These social media outlets are a great way to keep connected with me in between all of my YouTube activity. Also, do feel free to drop a comment on this video, comment on my channel, and even add me on Skype to discuss all things gaming and even request as many ideas as you can possibly think of. On that note, I am a frequent co-host of the I Got Gameplay podcast for Fanboys Anonymous. It airs live every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope to see you all there, and have a good rest of your week, folks.